pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hertzell, here. Lasang.
Here.
Halbert.
Here.
Hogan.
Here.
Bass.
Here.
I got the agenda approval. Come on. A second.
Second.
All in favor? Yes. Citizens participation. Anybody like to come up and talk to the council?
Thank you. I'm Deb Schwalenberg. You may remember I was here about a month ago, making an appeal to the city, and I came here to follow up tonight to see what the city's intentions are. I have heard back from the city twice that you were working on it, and then a couple days ago I got an email request from the Huge House at Mulcom, and he's requesting some more information, which I can send. But the last two times that he got information from me, after that I got radio silence, and so I'm not sure what he's intending now. And so what I'm wondering is does the city have a plan? I think guys.
Did that committee, form sure or either?
So MoPerm is the city's insurer. It's been turned over to them, and the city doesn't really have any further action to take at this point in time, so it's up to communication with Mr. Schaus from MoPerm.
Okay, and then what happens if he ceases communication again? Where do I turn?
Well, you need to contact him,
Okay.
but if that continues to be a problem, in contact, let the city clerk know, and we'll see what the problem is with follow-up.
Okay, because like I said, this is the third time that he's requesting information, and the last two times he communicated with responding at all,
So since it's turned over to MoPerm,
Okay,
they're supposed to proceed with it at this point.
okay, all right, thank you for your time.
All right, anyone else?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Try to keep this brief as I always do. A couple of things that I want to talk about that you have on the agenda here. You've got written down here that you want to seal the bike trail at Patty Joe's Playground. Where's that, how is that being paid for?
Probably a park, you know, the park board budget that last.
I don't remember budgeting for that last time.
Lane, you know that?
So I talked to Jennifer today because she wasn't here tonight about a bunch of things on the agenda. She told me that there was $10,000 budgeted for Patty Joe's Park, and it was intended for the trail and benches.
Okay. That was, okay, so when was that brought up? And well, I guess it's going to be later on tonight that you're going to talk about that. Bring it up, discuss it, and then vote whether or not you're going to do it or not. It's one of the brand new parks. I don't understand why it needs to be resealed. But nonetheless, there's other things that can be done. I'm going to move on. EOC office. They're right now they're just right across the street, are they not?
They are.
Okay. Is there a particular reason why you want to move that office? Is the office too small? Is it too big? Is it drafty? What, I don't understand. Why do we want to relocate an established emergency operations center across town?
Well, let Craig answer that, EOC director.
The reason why we want to move it is the fact that they're making that the Route 66 museum. If there is a catastrophe or a disaster claimed by the government of the state of Missouri, I have to have a command center big enough for everybody to be in there. The Red Cross, the police department, fire department, anybody.
So you're indicating that that's too small to
If
be able to house that.
they're taking it over. They're taking that over.
Why are they taking that over?
That was,
For Route 66 tourism. It's gonna be a tourism information center
The
for
Tourism
Cuba.
Information Center?
Yep, for
Do
Route
we not
66.
have a welcome center with Indians and ample parking up
Yeah,
there for
it's-
that? Why can't that be
it's
put there?
It's City of Cuba oriented, it's not Route 66 oriented. Why can't he go back into the coroner's office isn't that where you used to be?
I just took over, it's been there since where I was at.
Well, to my knowledge, Kim Rodemeyer told me that it used to be in the coroner's office. That building looks plenty big enough. I don't know why we should make a big deal out of it being in this one right here. There's plenty of spaces. Put it in Public Works building. There's not an empty room in there.
What I had heard is, the old, public building,
Yeah,
that, an office over there.
perfect. That's a humongous building.
Right.
Plenty of space.
A lot of places not
Yeah.
gonna build
But
it.
Yeah.
you've got a welcome center.
We got a little, hey, we got a little baby thing
Pardon
going
me.
on here. Let's
Pardon me.
not attack that. You
May I
know?
speak?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Okay.
We have a welcome center that should be promoting the tourism in this town.
Okay.
Yes? No?
Well, it really doesn't.
It doesn't.
No.
Okay, so that sounds like an internal problem to me. You guys probably need to get together and figure out how a welcome
So
center
the
can promote
welcome
the
center-
city of Cuba in that space over there. There
Okay.
should be ample
So the
space.
Welcome Center is off of Interstate 44. Okay, so that is bringing in traffic from 44. This is going to bring in traffic from Route 66, the 1+ million people we get per year that travel Route 66. A lot of reason why this town is what it is. The murals, Route
When you pull
66.
traffic off of 44, where do you send it?
All right, I'm gonna interrupt y'all here. Dan, we are going to try to move it into the medical building, there's plenty of room.
All good. Hey,
They can have that building.
we could have worked something out if there wasn't enough space. We could have made it work.
Exactly.
Because we can walk before we run on this whole deal. We don't have to have both sides of that building and make it huge right away. We could have walked before we run. If worse comes to worse, we'll work with you. You know what I mean? But just jump down my throat, okay? You know?
Thanks for your input.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime, you know.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I don't know.
Anybody else?
Good evening, Mayor and Cuba City Council. Yesterday, Crawford County Youth Football received a copy of our field use agreement forwarded from the city attorney. While we were encouraged to finally have something to review, I was immediately disappointed by what was sent. On September 25th, 2025, I visited City Hall and requested a copy of the current football contract. The document I received at that time named Cuba Youth Football League, an organization that had been administratively dissolved for several years and lost its 501c3 status in 2011. On October 7, 2025, Crawford County Youth Football presented a new field use agreement that we drafted, reviewed, and finalized as part of our original proposal. On December 9, 2025, this council unanimously approved granting Crawford County Youth Football the contract for use of the fields and facilities at the park. What we received this week is nearly identical to the 2007 agreement. The dates were updated to 2026, and one line was added stating that gate entry fees would not be charged. However, the organization name was not updated to Crawford County Youth Football. I understand that priorities shift, and I understand that the city attorney was out for a period of time. However, during the last council meeting, it was stated that an attorney was covering in her absence and working on updates to the public code of conduct. Meanwhile, this issue, directly impacting our youth programs, was not addressed. Given that, it is concerning that such a fundamental detail, the correct legal entity, was overlooked. This raises questions about the time, cost, and care taken in preparing this agreement, especially considering that a correct version was already provided back in October. We have repeatedly advised the council since October that spring flag football begins the first week of March. We are now 2 weeks into registration, already halfway to our minimum registration goal, with practices scheduled to begin in approximately 4.5 weeks. And as of today, our agreement still has not been fully executed. I did receive an amended agreement with the correct organization name this afternoon, and I can appreciate that correction. I would respectfully ask for clarity on how soon this agreement can be signed and when locks can be changed and keys issued so we can access the facilities and begin necessary assessments and preparation. Thank you for your time.
Did we get that corrected?
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. When can we get them keys?
Do what?
When can we get them keys? What's on what?
What's the, I can't hear.
Wants to know when they get keys.
Have they got everything moved out? Is the old football team here?
I'm here.
When can we get the keys?
I could reach out to Amy and find out.
Okay? Can you do that for us? And we'll
I
give them a call?
absolutely will.
Okay. Thank you.
But I will say that, when requested to return her keys, Sierra never did, so.
Hold on, nobody ever requested that I return my keys. I still have a copy of the keys, but.
So you have keys to get in?
I do, but I'm not going over there until I have a signed contract, because there were accusations made towards me about theft and vandalism.
So do you have all your stuff out there yet?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Okay. So she has keys that she can go in though?
That she has a full set of keys, yeah.
Well, then she's got keys, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of concerned with this. If this is not, if these are city keys, they have numerous copies of them, and you obviously have no clue who has a copy, which therefore our building becomes accessible to everyone else.
The locks need to be changed, and
Yes.
the keys need to be.
Hold on. What year?
Just change all the locks.
We are, that's what we're gonna do.
So what is the use of that for them?
Once your contract's signed, then you get your keys.
When it's signed, yeah, that's what we're gonna do, we'll change all locks, contract.
You back to work here?
So when's the contract gonna be?
Get on that tomorrow. Thank you.
Jared, we need to do something, let us know. We need to do something with that, let us know.
Anyone else?
Good evening, everybody. So, I have a couple questions. So the last meeting that we had, there was an ordinance that was on the table that we were told as citizens that was only going to take the 2 minutes to the 3 minutes. Pitt specifically asked what additional was in that ordinance to amendments. He never, to my knowledge, at least during public session, had an answer to that. What was the change that was in that ordinance, and why was that ordinance not put back on the table?
That was answered today.
Okay.
And we were just waiting for it.
It was actually announced at the very end of the last meeting. I just don't know. Apparently it was not loud enough for people to hear.
It was announced. What was it?
The only thing changed within that was 2
2
minutes to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes.
2 to 3 minutes, okay. All right, and then as far as the Patty Joe's goes, as resurfacing, we were told numerous times by Jennifer that things have to be specifically outlined. You can't just take the total budget for a park and apply it to whatever was needed. Patty Joe's was never budgeted to be resurfaced, as Dan stated, to newer asphalt. I mean, that money could be going towards, if you're not gonna utilize that for what it was going to go towards, for benching and more seating, take whatever money, reallocate it, and do the basketball courts. The community has been asking for basketball courts for years now. We've been trying, as the prior park board, to get that done. We did surveys, we turned all the information over, and I've heard no talk about basketball courts. Not about resurfacing or expanding the old one. We were told by Joyce that there was plenty of area to extend out, as you all can recall, and do basketball courts. That has gone absolutely nowhere. Where is that at?
Well, you didn't put that in the budget, I don't think, when you were on the park board. You did put a pickleball court in.
Well, you got
But
the
let me
donation for that.
say something, Cindy. When the old park board did their budget, they only put $30,000 in a pickleball court. Okay? You advertise all through town, internet, we're getting a pickleball court. Where do you want it? You guys misled the citizens sitting in Cuba.
It was the
You only had $30,000 in there. Pickleball court bid came in at $200,000. So what are we gonna do? So Laney and I put together a 503C to try to collect money for donations, which Pitt said I did not have a donor. And we worked hard, and we got $150,000 to do these pickleball courts that you all did not have the money for, that you put in the budget, misleading the citizens.
Okay, now I'll let you talk. If you want to talk about misleading, I guess you forgot about numerous conversations that we had, which I could prove that conversation. You called me numerous times and you said you had a private donor and that you had it under wraps with
I said I had a private donor.
Let me talk now. I'm answering what you said. You told me that we had the money in that, and if you couldn't get Ken Shymack to do it, that you would pull the money from capital gains and improvements. So don't sit here and ever say that my park board or myself ever led any kind of community astray. Be honest about what that conversation
I am.
was. No, you're not. You just literally said that the park board led erroneous information. We were given the information by you, which was what?
No,
I'm
after you
still
put
talking.
30,000 in, we did not know we didn't have
Because
enough.
that's all we had to put in it, and you said the rest was going to
No.
be covered. You didn't,
Not that
Jeff?
time.
Jeff?
After
No,
that,
wait a
we
minute.
found 30,000. No.
You sure did.
Yes, you did. Pitts, did you say that?
Yes, you did.
Thank you.
No.
Jeff and Pitts were there for comment. You are being dishonest. If anybody's
No, we're
saying,
not.
okay, we're gonna move on from that, because I have two aldermen that were there for that conversation as well. So you absolutely did say that. Secondly, as far as what the posting goes on social media, it was in English layman terms. It was a post of where it wanted to go and what other, I could pull it up on my phone, and what else was wanted. They wanted the pickleball courts, it was 97% of those people wanted it on the side of the playground equipment. The second part of that was, what else they wanted to see, and it was by overwhelming basketball courts. In fact, my board never even wanted to push the pickleball courts for the majority. You said that it was gonna be the straight thing and you had a donor and all that, and that's why the board led to that decision. I have ex-board members right here, 3 of them, so we have 4 board members, and they were also here for the conversations of you talking about having donors for that pickleball court. So don't ever sit here and tell me that I or my board misled the community.
When you done that budget, I did not have a donor.
You told us you did.
No, not that budget, I got that later on.
Well, you should be really careful
So,
with what you
there's
say.
something wrong
because
here.
you will- Right, your honesty.
Be honest, Cindy.
You're
When
honest.
you did the budget, I had no
You
donor.
should be really careful because you don't know what has been recorded.
I don't care what's
Thank you.
recorded.
Have a great day.
Thank you, Cindy.
We did that budget, we had no donor.
Hi. What Cindy was talking about the day that we did the budget, you spoke to me out in that hallway and told me you had a donor to cover the rest of the pickleball courts. Yes, you did. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Hey, I have a question. Was this all since the big giant playground piece of equipment that we bought and put, or
I didn't hear it, say it again.
has this all been since that big giant piece of playground equipment that you bought and put in?
Yeah.
Okay.
So after we got that piece of playground equipment, we put, the park board put a plan together
Okay.
to go around that.
Okay.
Now, I'm glad you brought that up, because I had to break that tire on that big piece of playground equipment, and that is why we actually got a donation for the pickleball court. That's how we got talking. They said we would have paid half that maybe, Kevin, but we can do something else. So, yeah.
You can go back to our notes.
And that was before the budget.
Right.
Huh?
We bought the playground equipment before the budget.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right.
But I did not talk to this guy until 6 or 8 months down the road when he said that.
Oh, it's a new piece.
No.
You good, Bob?
Thank you.
Anybody else? All right, closing it. Regular minutes meeting of January 20th, 26. Have a motion to approve.
Motion.
Second. All in favor? Again. Executive session minutes of January 20th, 2026. Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Again? Bills to be paid. Motion to pay the bills.
Motion.
Second? Second. Pitts, got anything? Anybody? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? EOC Director Warming Center update.
First of all, I want to say thank you to the city council for the people that donated time or donated other ways to help out the warming center. I also want to thank the police department for coming by and checking on us 2 or 3 times a night, for making sure that everything was safe and secure. I also want to know, let it be known that with the Rec Line Center being rented out on the weekends, we had to go over to the VFW Hall. And I want to give a big thanks to Mr. Woods, who donated the VFW Hall to us at no charge, so that we could have a place to take people and get them out of the cold. We was open 24 hours a day from January 22nd till February 1st, around the clock. We had, in that time, people that stayed overnight, a total of 130 people for that whole time. That ranged anywhere from as low as 7 to as high as 18. But the majority of them was all new faces. From last year, there was only 3 faces that returned. And 2 of them was elderly gentlemen that were in their 70s. And they got in here. And also I wanted, we kept the center open. We raised the temperature to 25 because a lot of these people, they might have a place, but a lot of them don't have adequate heat or insulation in their places. And 25 degrees, people can still die in there. But the thing that I know a lot of people that are wanting to hear, before I get that, the citizens of Cuba and the businesses that donated food and stuff like that, I also want to give a big thanks to them. Without the donations, this warming center cannot operate. It's strictly all volunteers that run it. It's strictly all donations that take care of it. Now with that, like I said, we had 130 people that stayed overnight. Approximately, I can't be exactly, but in those 11 days, we served approximately 600 meals to the people that come in to get something warm to eat. Now, with the warming center dropping again, we're probably going to be opening again here and there periodically, and I'll get with the city hall and make sure it's not rented and stuff like that. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that chipped in one way or another to make this happen. But when we get down to about the approval of the bids of the EOC equipment, I need to come back up here and alert everybody of what's going on with the EOC equipment.
Thank you.
Is there any questions from anybody or anything like that?
How much downtime do you expect between moving from point A to point B?
To move the equipment? The way I was talking to the guy today, they could probably have it done in 1 day once we have a designated place to go to. If they're saying 1 day, I'm going to say probably 2.
Okay. So you're not going to be without services for a week?
No, it'll be a couple days. And even without the services, we will have a manual way to set off the sirens if need be.
Thank you. Were the sirens late today?
Yes, he was.
Just curious.
And I'll explain the reason why.
Just curious. I thought, yeah.
Yeah, I'll explain the reason why when we have about the equipment update.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor's appointment to the park board. I have one. I think Torino Rice, I'd like to appoint tonight. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Oh, hold on now. The term will expire May 1st, 2028. Do I have a motion?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
No.
Okay, Dave. New website update?
Alright, so I believe it was last July, you guys approved to go out for a new city website to get rid of the old one, bring in a new one. The old one's a little, not so much user friendly, and it's kind of clunky and hard to navigate. So you guys approved a new website. Jessica started talks with them in September, and they said it'd be around 9 months and we're coming up on that 9 months now. But in December, Jessica brought me in to help her with the site and everything, just keep it. It'll run better with 2 of us that know what's going on, rather than just relying on one person to be able to do all the updates. So we've heard back from them. The site is all but done. Like the layout's there. Jessica and I have both reviewed it. You know, it's user friendly. Everything's easy to look at and find all your information you want. So we have some training coming up. Let's see. It is March 13th and 20th at 1 p.m. We'll have 2 sessions of 90 minutes apiece, and for a total of 3 hours. And that's where they'll teach us how to update the website with agendas, meeting minutes, calendar events, updates, like the bicycle rallies, the Hood Park celebration on 9/11, stuff like that. So we'll be able to go on there and update. There are a few things that are out of date that they pulled from the current website over, like there's some former employees that are on there that are no longer there. Jessica and I will be able to update all that once we get this training before the site goes live. So like we can view it internally now of what it'll look like, all the links work, all the information is there. We'll just have to learn how to update it. We'll get all that done before it actually hits the public and goes live. And at that time, the current site will be offline. So that's where we're at on that. I just want to give you guys an update so you know where we're at. So expect some more stuff coming in March for our training, probably April. I'll touch base with you guys again, see what you know about it.
Move on to propane bids.
Thanks for all you're doing.
Yeah, no problem. I wear a lot of hats. Let's see, the propane bids for the treatment plant. When it drops below 20, 25 degrees, I have to burn a torch out there on one of my screens to keep it from freezing up. Several years ago, it froze up on us when the torch went out, and we had like a 1-inch sheet of ice, 4 feet wide, and just the length of the screen. It was all froze up. So we keep the torch burning when it drops below 20. Right now, we just run on 2 like 100-pound cylinders, and I have to worry about those going out over the week, running out over a weekend. So like if I started on Friday, running all day Friday, all weekend long, when it's below 20 degrees, like he just mentioned the cold snap, where he had the warming center open. Well, my torch is going when the warming center's open. It's about the same temperature that we kick on. So I worry about running out. So I try to keep the torch down just low enough to where I won't burn out all my fuel, but then the wind can blow it out. So, my bar screen freezes up anyway. So what I would like to do is get a 200-gallon propane tank out there to just sit there. That way I don't have to worry about it running out over a weekend, and I can burn the torch high enough to where the wind ain't gonna blow it out. So I'm just thinking I need to go out for bids. I think you guys always require 3 bids for stuff. So I need to go out for bids for like a 200-gallon propane tank and the cost of filling.
Do I have a motion to go out for bids?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Yeah.
Okay, next item is the UV system. We had problems with it a lot last year, and when I took over the plant in July of 24, one of the first things on my list was the UV system. I wanted a brand new one, because this one hasn't been right since we put it in 2012. But with the pending expansion coming from McBride, we had to expand the plant anyway. We decided that it was better to just try to fix this one, and because we don't want to buy a brand new one now, and then in a few years when we expand, have to buy a new one that's bigger to accommodate the bigger plant. So just piecing this one back together, and like I said, we had a lot of issues last year with our samples. I just want to get it all running 100%. We had the manufacturer come down and do a site inspection. They went through it with a fine-tooth comb in October, and we got a quote back from them. They told us, here's what we need to do to fix it. This should keep you out of trouble, keep you in compliance. So I've got a parts list, and it comes up to $31,708, and that's all the parts. We will still have to have another site visit from the manufacturer because there's 2 sensors on there that have to be down to the millimeter on their alignment. And the guy that I had help me with the UV system, he said he works on treatment plants in Missouri, Illinois, all over. And he said he didn't want to mess with that. He said that's too precise. So we need the manufacturer to come down and do that. And just to get them down here in October was like $5,100. So it would be that again on top of this, just to get them down here to come and install the parts. So right now, I just need permission to order parts, so I can get them coming here and get them here. We have to put the lights back in operation April 1st, according to the permit.
Did you put that in the budget?
Yeah, we have, I put 50,000 in because I anticipated these problems. We put 50,000 in, and minus the site inspection we had in October for $5,100, we've got 44,851 left in that. So I want to use that to go ahead and order these parts. Like I said, I knew it was going to be expensive, so I put plenty in there.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and order the part.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes?
I'll just have to have you sign a quote after the meeting, and I can order first thing in the morning. I think that's all I've got.
Thank you, David.
Okay.
All right, Patty's Playground bid approval, Silver Bike Corral. Do we have a bid tonight?
I have never had the bid, I think Joyce had the bid.
Well, I didn't actually get the bid, I told it was 2,500.
No, it's,
2,500,
see, that really didn't
but
have
I
fun.
don't have a bid.
Jerry,
2575.
you got a bid?
Yeah. That includes the parking lot, crack filling and sealing.
How much was it again?
2575. 2,575.
Who's it from?
Diamond L Sealing, Jimmy Ludwig, same one who did the pool.
That's to fix the broken spots too,
Yeah.
correct?
Fill all
It's
the
getting pretty
cracks.
bad.
Yeah, fill all the
Yeah.
cracks in with fill and seal everything.
We gotta get that done.
I don't think it's been done since it's been installed. And I don't know when it was put in, what year. It's been several years and it needs to be covered.
I saw some spots broken up,
Yeah, on the backside.
yeah. So if we don't get it done, we're gonna lose it.
Right.
So I have a motion to accept the bid.
Motion.
Have a second. Take a walk on this.
Did you second?
Take a roll on this one.
Purcell?
Yes.
Lisanne?
Since it was budgeted 25, we're at 2575 versus the 10 grand of
Yes.
things.
Yes. Calvert?
Yes.
Dugan?
Yes.
Bass?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll get all of them. Be weather pending, obviously, but
Yeah, just call them.
let it know.
Try to get it as soon as we can.
Right. Thank you.
There really ain't been nothing done to that park in years.
I don't, I couldn't
That's
tell
sad.
you. I don't know when the walk back was put in.
At least we can say we're walking the road.
Well, while we're talking about that, how long is that bid good for?
I'm sorry?
How long is that bid good?
I don't know if it's on there, probably 30 days or anything.
Right. I mean, I don't know, I'm not an asphalt guy, but I don't know if laying that when it can be froze and thawed and that kind of stuff would be a big thing. Within 30 days, we will be in our worst month, which is usually February.
Do we just have to accept it within 30 days? And then the work is.
You guys, you got that bid a couple
He
months
has
ago?
I got the bid on the 14th.
Sorry?
Got the bid on the 14th, or January 14th. So I can call him and see what, if we're gonna approve it, that's fine. But what's the time frame on this bid? If you can't do a weather permitting, say, till March, April, when the weather breaks.
My only thing is, I think that we need to do it, but I think we need to find out whether or not we can wait until we get out of February before we sign a contract with them or approve it. Because if we have to do it within 30 days, that's not good. February's not a good month.
No, I will call him and see how long this is good for and what time frame he's, when he starts doing it, Because it's obviously seasonal, so I'll check with him and see what he says about how long this is good for, do it in spring.
So can we table this until we get the answer on it?
No, we'll let Jerry handle it. We gotta get this done. That guy's gonna know if he can do it or not.
I don't think you can.
If we gotta wait a couple months, that's
You've already
fine.
made a vote.
I got you. Fair enough.
I'll just check into
I'm okay
it.
with it, I just want to make sure we don't have to do it.
I'll get a hold of him and see what he says about it and get back with you.
Thanks, Jerry.
In your hands, Jerry.
All right, thank you.
Natural gas Department, material bids for Solar Ridge Development. We have bids for that natural
You
gas.
guys have it? Max brought this to me. I kind of made a breakdown here to show you exactly how much is he's requesting from each location. So there's a bid from Grudner and then one from Coons Gas Measurements. And he said, Grudner. Okay. He said that this does not include the pipe or tracer wire for the first phase, as we already have plenty to do both. So the total he is requesting between these two bids is $45,650.98.
Mr. Pitts, you're on natural gas.
Yep, I talked to Matt today and I'm okay with it.
Good. So do I have a motion? We got to do each one in this separate?
I would prefer to, yes.
Okay. First one, which one?
Grudner.
Yeah.
Okay, for what?
So Grudner, the total is $14,955.48.
All right, do I have a motion for $14,955.48?
Motion.
Got a second?
Second.
All in favor? Again.
And the second one is the Coons Gas
Coons Gas
Measurements
Measurement.
Company.
The motion for the Coons Gas Measurement for $35,695.50.
Motion.
Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Again. You have anything else on Mr. Pitts?
That was it.
Prefer to advertise bids to remove the EOC equipment. Do I need a motion to go out for bids?
I need to bring something up about
Okay,
the equipment
yeah.
before we do that. In answer to your question earlier, Mr. Dan,
Yes.
it's been a couple of weeks since I've been over to the office because I've been at the board centers. These are running my, what office. And got over today, the computer was acting up. I got on the horn with the security company. We did some checks and everything like that. We was able to get the sirens to go off manually. But the computer system itself is down. So the sirens are set up manually, so if I get one on my phone, I can still set anything off. But with that being said, they're checking to see if the computer system is under warranty or not. So I'm waiting on a call back from the security company to let us know if that computer is under warranty or not. So we might have, excuse me, we might have a hiccup there. I don't know how much it's going to cost or anything of that nature. And with this Silo Bridge development, I don't know exactly where the sirens are located at. I don't have a map. But I've been thinking about this, and we might need to get with them and see about doing a sound test to make sure that the sirens can be heard where Silo Bridge is going to be safe.
And we did a sound test once for town, but yeah, that's on
You're
out.
getting ready to
I
add
know
out.
what you're saying.
So that's something else that we might need to consider too.
That's how there.
Because I heard that we've moved a couple of sirens over the years and stuff like that. So I don't know if it'll be heard out that far or not. So we might need to get with them about that. So this is something, it's not just going to be a simple one-phase thing. We can do it in several phases, but the first thing we got to do is get the computer system up and going. And I've done ask them to give me a bid when I was on the phone with them today about how much it would cost to move the equipment to whenever we designate a spot. So I'm waiting for him to give me a bid back on that because I knew y'all was going to be asking about that. And then he's supposed to see if he can find the siren map, send it to me so I can see how far it reaches to know if we need to do another sound test or not. As soon as I get all that information, I will pass it on to the city council for them to look at. But yes, we do still need to take bids for moving the equipment. The computers and stuff we can move. What we got to worry about is the antenna and the dish and getting it aimed back to the right satellite to make sure we get good communication for all that. And that's what the bid is going to be for.
I'm also wondering about the generator.
Yes.
Yeah. But I guess your electric department could
I need to
move
talk to
that.
you about that, yeah.
Yeah. Figure that out too, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I just wanted to update everybody on that.
So we have motion to adopt bids?
I make a motion.
I have a second?
Are we gonna have to wait till budget time for this?
So
So according to Jennifer today, in the EOC budget, there's 1,500 in there right now. And she said that all we could do right now is wait to see what the bid came in to move the equipment. As far as the extras, I didn't ask about it.
Might have to wait till
No.
budget time.
So-
Well, it don't hurt, if we go out for bids, that advertisement's gonna come out of that $1,500.
And the computer could be coming out of that.
And the computer.
Even more. If this computer's, you're saying it's not working right now?
It's not working at all. It's not working at all. They're pretty sure by the test and everything, because I was on the phone with them about a half hour before I set the alarms off, about another 15, 20 minutes afterwards, just to get the alarm going, the siren going. They're pretty sure that the computer itself is,
I'm gonna make a recommendation that we hold off till we find out about the computer, and then, go from there. Because if we gotta buy a computer.
yeah, I don't know if that's what it is. He couldn't tell me off the top of his head.
Yeah, and if you need that mess cleaned up over there out of your side, we'll get that cleaned out so you can work there until.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, like I said, just, like I said, God forbid, if there's ever a full-blown emergency, I gotta have a command center.
So I'm gonna say that we need to get his side of that building cleaned out so he can use it until we do figure out what we're doing, and we hold off on going out for these bids until we find out about the computer. That would be my suggestion.
Well, that computer's not gonna affect our bid moving that antenna over there.
It will if we gotta spend the money for a computer.
Well, we may have to no matter what I'm saying. I think go out bid, at least we can get in the budget, got an idea, if we look at it and say, okay, you know what I'm saying? At least we'll know what to put in our budget here next month or two, if we got to wait that long. That's up to you all though.
It ain't gonna take that long to find out if the computer's bad, Kevin.
It'll be a couple of weeks before they get here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a couple of weeks before they get here. Now, what you gotta consider,
We can still go out for bid.
what you also gotta consider is right now, the only alert we've got is what I got on my phone if something comes up. If my phone does not alert me, if there's bad weather or something, I can't set the sirens off. So you gotta look at that too.
Have you gotten with the emergency, have you gotten with the Crawford County emergency people to see if they will notify you if anything's
They
personal?
will notify me, but they're getting a new EOC too. And he starts the first of next month, so it's gonna be probably going back to square one again.
Well, I talked to the new guy.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, so, there's gonna be some hiccups. So I just wanna make everybody aware that, God forbid, and I didn't mean God forbid, but, things can happen. So we just gotta be prepared.
There's an alternative to that too, Doug. You guys are supposed to be trained on looking for disasters.
Officers can be trained as weather spotters, but it's mainly through the weather channels that contact our communication devices.
And you have his number, right?
Oh.
Yeah, like I said, we've got a backup, but I get what you're saying about the computer. I truly get it. But at the same time, we don't wanna put this off for 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, and then we're still then we're playing catch up when we get the flood season, tornado season coming in. So, I get what you're saying, you gotta watch the budget. I fully get that.
But everything's working over here if we get the computer up and going.
Yeah.
So,
As far as I know, everything's been working.
Put it off a few months, finding out about that computer in a couple of weeks. We're better off over here right now.
I'm gonna come to this. What if that computer, and I'm just gonna say, what if that computer saves $3,000? That's not in the budget. Then what do we do?
Then we're gonna have to go to Jennifer and get her to find the money for it. But
face that when it happens.
And what about, like I said, the agreement that they made about that gonna be for that center? So.
Hey, the EOC, that's an important thing. We're at your mercy on that. We've drug our feet already. We were supposed to have it open by this year. We drug our feet already. We're at your mercy. The EOC, that's an important deal. So,
Okay.
But I would suggest getting the ball rolling. That's just me. Whether we do the tourism.
I think, God forbid, move the antenna, we gotta buy a computer anyway, no matter what.
Well, we don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean, if it's bad.
Right.
And then put that in the budget.
And surely you can
God forbid
appropriate
get
that
it
somewhere.
started.
It's super important.
Do you mind sharing your name with us?
Oh, yeah, my name is Ryan Miser. I have a Missouri Big Barbecue here in Cuba. I'm on the tourism board. I'm just very advocate about Route 66 and the success that it brings to my business and to the town of Cuba, so.
I would start the ball, 'cause,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, we gotta buy a computer, we don't. Like he said, we can't drag our feet next 2 or 3 months.
What, tourism aside, like, that's important, especially tornado season coming up, springtime. You gotta get that rolling.
That computer's not gonna stop them from getting bids moving now. All right, what do you wanna do? We got a motion and a second, I think, to get bids. Are you guys gonna withdraw that, or keep it and vote?
I only have the first.
I made
Okay.
a motion, did
I
anybody
only have the
second?
first. I did not get a second.
I think we need to go ahead and go after the bids. So he's right, we're gonna drag our feet, and
Then nothing gets done, it's just fine.
we, do I have a motion still to go after bids?
We need a second.
That is second. Then go roll call on this.
Because we're gonna have to buy the computer anyway.
Yeah, it ain't gonna
Even
stop.
if we don't move, we have to get that fixed.
Okay, so let me clarify, are we going out for bids
Yes.
just to move the equipment only, or for
Yeah,
the
we're
computer,
doing
the
it.
whole shebang?
Yeah.
What?
I would do, oh, I'm sorry, it's not my.
How would you do it?
I would do the whole thing. I
the whole
would do the
thing.
bids, get the computer fixed and moved, all one fell swoop.
Can I just clarify for my record?
Ron, you're not on the city council.
Oh, I know, I just, like I said, I might be wrong, that's just,
You gonna make a motion what?
I said we would have to find out about the money before we can make the motion for the computer.
A bid's a bid. If we ain't got the money, then
Emily, the computer is not on the,
Budget.
You gotta stick to the agenda. The agenda is
Yes.
only approval to advertise for bids to move the equipment.
Okay, so,
Okay, and I have a motion
you
and a
know,
second.
first and a second, and call for roll call.
Bass,
no.
Gilman, Talbot,
Yes.
Hussein.
No, and only, I'll caveat that, the no is only because there's too many unknowns.
Yes, did you call my name? I didn't hear
So,
you.
okay.
Yes.
What is it, 3, 2?
One,
All right.
2, 3.
Tourist Committee, Hood Park, Bicycle Trust, Missouri event of Route 66 100th anniversary, $5,000 sponsorship.
So at the last meeting, you guys approved for them to have the event and to have it at Hood Park. There was another portion within that memo, and it was a sponsorship of $5,000. They've done it the last couple of years, I think, the last 2 maybe, for sure. Anyways, there was no clarification and there was no motion for the sponsorship. So that was in the original request.
And did Jennifer say that tourism has that money?
Jennifer said there is money.
Then I make a motion that we do that.
Have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? No one elected department. Return the bid for Solid Department Development. Close and control that meeting, okay. I haven't talked to Andy about this. I don't know nothing about this.
So when Andy was adding up the material bids at the last meeting, he had a lot going on trying to get it done quick. He left out one, and it's a wire, I don't really know, but it was for $12,625, and that amount is not included in the amounts from the last meeting.
So it's basically amending how much?
Basically, he just needs to add this to it, yes. And this bid is from Annixter/Wesco.
Have a motion to accept it?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Against? Reclosure control bids. I thought we did that one.
No, so they changed the project.
Oh, that's right.
The last meeting. This is the parts for the project. And the bid in your packet is for $9,005, but he said he needs 2. So that makes it $18,010 from Fletcher Reinhardt.
Have a motion to approve that?
Motion.
Second? All in favor? Against? Police chief report.
I don't have anything. The weather's cold. Sidewalks are covered.
Yeah. Cameras don't work.
Cameras aren't working.
How about the place down here on 66 Highway?
I've contacted them. I thought I told you that last week. They're just, I mean, with weather, they're not gonna get that done. But yeah, she's aware and is gonna get it taken care of.
Okay.
So we're gonna give her some more time and then make sure that it does get cleaned up for sure.
Oh, I got one, buddy.
Anybody else? Yeah.
Now we got bill number 2207. Motion to have the first reading of bill number 2207.
Second.
Do I have a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, I have two sentences, I can do it. An ordinance approving a bid by Brown's Tree and Bucket Service for tree trimming in the city of Cuba's power lines off of Park Street.
Park Street. Motion to approve the first reading.
Motion.
Do I have a second? Second. Roll call
Hertzell.
Yes.
Lasane.
Yes.
Halbert.
Yes.
Hugen.
Yes.
Best.
Yes.
vote. Right. Motion to have the second reading.
Motion.
Do I have a first motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Laney.
An ordinance approving a bid by Brown's Tree and Bucket Service for tree trimming in the city of Cuba's power lines off Park Street.
Motion to approve the second reading.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Best.
Yes.
Hugen.
Yes.
Halbert.
Yes.
Lasane.
Yes.
Hertzell.
Yes.
Bill number 2207 becomes 956 on this third day of February 2026. Old unfinished business, Joyce.
Nothing.
Mr. Pitts.
No.
No.
Rick. Yes.
I just want to say to the citizens, if you're not registered to vote, get out, get yourself registered, and vote in April. Get rid of this madhouse.
Laney.
So I was asked to clarify the next park board meeting. It's actually February 10th, 2026 at 6:30. Apparently our calendar's up here.
That's on the back page.
Okay. Apparently the calendars that are sticking up here are still 2025. So to clarify, the park board meeting is February 10th, 6:30.
What you got? I have nothing.
That's all I have.
Joyce. Wait a minute. We have motion, Joyce?